Moments of joy filled the air as 17-year-old Quadri Yusuf Alabi was freed from the Kirikiri prison after spending months behind bars for a crime he didn't commit. Quadri, known for his bold act of standing in front of peterobi's convoy during the 2023 elections, had been locked up since January 26, 2025. He was accused of armed robbery, but on Wednesday, a magistrate court in Apapa, Lagos, said there was no proof he did anything wrong. His lawyer, Inibe Effiong, said Quadri was framed by two area boys named Lege and Baba Waris. They were angry because Quadri didn't give them money he got from the elections. They caught him on his way home from work and handed over him to the police, who then made up the robbery charge. Effiong's team became involved in the case last week after the matter was brought to public attention by Asana Nuruddin, co-founder of Ray of Hope Prison Outreach. Following swift legal interventions, the court reviewed the DPP's legal advice, which recommended that Quadri not be prosecuted due to lack of evidence. Shockingly, the police also changed his age to 18, so he wouldn't be treated as a child in court. He was even grouped with older suspects he didn't know. The effort of the human rights groups and his lawyer made Quadri's case got public attention. The court listened, and justice was finally done.
Please give us a brief rundown of what happened in court today.
Okay, so we were in court this morning. As you can see, we just finished the proceedings before Court 9, Magistrate Court at Papa. We came this morning regarding the case of Alabi Quadri, a 17-year-old teenager who came to fame in 2023 during the elections when he spontaneously jumped and stood in front of the convoy of the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peterobi. You would recall that his photograph at the time became an internet sensation, and Nigerians became very interested in his case. Following that, a lot of people made donations to him, and his matter was widely reported. Quite sadly, people in the community some people in the community, so-called area boys, felt entitled to be settled in quotes or to be appeased. And they demanded that part of the monies you donated to Quadri be given to them. In fact, I can also tell you that the value of their community specifically told Quadri's mother to buy a cow with rice and cook to appease the youth. Because they refused to do this family has been continuously witch-hunted since 2023. Let me also place on record that this was the second time that Quadri has been arrested. The first time, the same area boys took him before the same valley of the community, invited police to arrest him. At that time, we did not hear about it. So in January, he was returning from work at night when two boys grabbed him, dragged him to the Amokoko Divisional Police Headquarters, and told the DPO that Quadri was involved in street fighting. To our greatest dismay, on the 27th of January, the police brought him before the same court to be remanded, only for them to get to court, and they were told that Quadri was being wanted in connection with a case of armed robbery. The family was very shocked by this development. The family had no hand in this, and therefore nobody heard about it until one Asana brought this matter to please come to this side. Brought this matter to social media X, and our attention was called to it, and the family then briefed me to represent him. This is the mother of Quadri, and this is Asana, the activist who brought the matter to public attention. We took immediate steps to investigate the matter, and I personally met with Quadri at the Medium Security Correctional Custodial Center, Kirikiri. He interviewed him for over 2 hours, and he made it clear to me that, number one, the other persons who were said to be his casemates are unknown to him, and that he was not involved in any case of armed robbery or any other offense. We therefore took steps to bring the matter to the attention of the DPP. Finally, the Director of Public Prosecution issued a legal advice, and as you can see today, the court found that Alabi Quadri had no case to answer, he was not involved in armed robbery, and there was no basis for him to be arrested. So Quadri was discharged today and has been set free. He's going to go home in the next few minutes once the magistrate has signed his release warrant. So I want to thank Nigerians who have shown solidarity with Quadri, and I want to state on record that the DPO of Amokoko Divisional Headquarters must immediately be removed. I am calling on behalf of the family that the DPO of Amokoko must be removed immediately, and that even the IPO and other officers who were involved in this very devilish act of framing up a minor for armed robbery must be made to face orderly room trial. We are also demanding that the police must pay the sum of 100 million to Quadri, having been detained since January illegally. Lastly, we demand a public apology from the Nigerian police, and we ask the Inspector General of Police and the Commissioner of Police, Lagos State Commissioner of Police, to ensure that these measures are taken. Currently, Quadri and the family are under constant threat. We may have to find a way to relocate them from where they are staying because they are not safe. They have been even at that this morning before they came to court. They still went back to threaten them. So this is unacceptable. And that in a nutshell is what transpired today.
Are we going to see a prosecution of the boys who reported him to the police? I know you've called for the removal of the police officers, but the people who instigated the arrest?
Of course, that is why we are asking. We are going to disclose the alliances that we have in the coming minutes. One of them is Lege and Baba Waris. Those are the two area boys in the community. They are known, they are identifiable. We call for their immediate arrest and prosecution. We also ask that the value of their community should be questioned regarding his role in this matter. And those are our simple demands. Those are simple demands. You can see everything was clear in the court, but there was no basis to arrest this boy in the first place. There was no basis.
We hear it's the Balogun, not the Bale.
Well,
can we confirm?
That is going to be, clarified. But what I can tell you is that a traditional person in that community, they know him as Bale, had a hand in what had happened, and we would like him to also answer some questions. But our major target is the DPO, the IPO of Amokoko Divisional Headquarters, and the two area boys that we have mentioned. Let them explain to the world why Quadri was arrested in the first place.
Okay, how did you discover that Quadri was made back? Can you speak out?
Last month, in February, we organized a football match between Kirikiri and influencers. So we got to know about one guy. That was there. He was owing the sum of 2 million naira, and that was why he was lost. So after we helped that guy to prison, he told us to go to Quadri. And that was how we started. We were here last month. The case was adjourned till 28th of this month. It was supposed to be 28th, but due to the corona, work and difference, the case was brought forward today. Thankfully,
Effiong is now calling for the punishment of the police officers involved and is demanding 100 million naira as compensation for Quadri. Now freed, Quadri has now returned home to his family, but his story has sparked new talks about fixing Nigeria's broken justice system and stopping police abuse. You can as well share your thoughts in the comment box section below. We'll continue to supply you more trendy news updates and exclusive videos. Please stay tuned to NaijaNewsTV.